She looks like a classy, rich woman. Like she just hopped off the PJ, period.
Rich, rich, rich. I'll take you out, boy.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you have never seen me before, my name is Brittney Gray and I'm owner of Beach Vibes Beauty. So today I wanted to do a haircut video, and so we're gonna do this haircut today. Oh girl, you should see the before, okay? No offense. And I don't know what I would call this haircut, but I've been seeing these like curtain bangs and like also like the face framing kind of layers that we have going on here on social media a lot. And I feel like this is kind of giving like old money aesthetic a little bit. Do you guys feel that way? Because I feel that way, right? Should we call it that? I don't know. Like she just looks freaking rich. Like I don't know how else to explain it. She looks like a classy, rich woman. Like she just hopped off the PJ, period. It started off with me just wanting to do a basic layered haircut, but then I was like, well, let's do some face framing. Let's do this and that. And then it just grew into this. And so I had to kind of like scrap the original idea for this video and then start over, because I just kept cutting and cutting. I was like Edward Scissorhands, okay? So this is what we came up with today, but I do want to show you guys a very, very basic layered haircut in the near future. Please thumbs up this video and leave me a comment down below, even if it's a thumbs up emoji, just to let me know that you guys are appreciating these videos, because I am giving you free hair education here. So a comment and a thumbs up really, really helps me and helps me to be able to continue to do these videos for you, okay? So yes, without further ado, let's get into it now. So don't mind the appearance of my mannequin right now. This is like how a lot of my clients come to me looking sometimes, you know. Last night she went to the club, okay, and she just, you know, she did the walk of shame this morning and she came straight to her appointment because she did not want to miss her appointment, right? And actually a lot of times I look like this in the morning when my clients come to me. So look, no judgment, okay? So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna detangle her hair. You guys, I've been a faithful, you know, not client, but I've been a faithful customer to Wet Brush for so many years, right? But lately I've been, you know, not loving the Wet Brush, but they just came out with this one. So this is the Wet Brush, and I don't want to show you guys this because it has like her hair in it. But this one, they just designed it for curly hair, and girls, like this is strong. Like the bristles don't flex or anything like that, but it doesn't break the hair either, and it gets through, you know, thick, super tangled hair. So if I could find a link for this, then I will leave it down below. I just got it from my Pro Beauty Supply store, but I'm sure they sell it online somewhere. But it's been a total game changer, honestly. Now that she's all detangled, the first thing that we're gonna do is section the hair. So we're gonna grab our comb and we are going to, if you're looking straight ahead like this, you want to start parting the hair along this little curve here. And all we are doing is making two large sections, one at the top and one at the bottom. Kind of confusing to do this without a mirror, but I'll do the best I can with what I got, okay? You want the part to be like right along that edge here, right below like the crown area. So does that make sense? Okay, cool, it does. All right, so now we're gonna take all of this and we're gonna clip it up. If you've been following me for a while, or if you're one of my beloved clients, you know that I cut hair dry. Every so often I will cut hair wet, but for the most part, it's just the way that I was trained. I was trained to cut hair dry, and then I just kept cutting hair dry. And the reason for that is because you can see how the hair is gonna fall when the hair is dry. You can see, you know, on a human, you have little cowlicks and little special growth patterns. And you can see, especially if you have like curly hair or anything like that, you can see how long the hair is going to be when you cut it versus if you cut it wet and you're pulling the hair taut, you know, after you're all is said and done, when you dry and everything, it could be an inch shorter, or it could lay kind of weird because you weren't able to see certain growth patterns. Do whatever your little hands are inspired to do, but this is just what I do. I do want to cut some length from her hair. I do want this mannequin to last for a couple of haircuts. I'm not going to chop her hair off completely, but maybe I'll cut it to about here-ish. If I were cutting a person's hair, like an actual human, I would have them tilt their chin down like this, just because when you're cutting this weight line right here, if you just cut it like this, sometimes you can get like little weird jagged edges with this part of the hair. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, I don't know how to choose my words correctly, but basically, so if you're sitting like this, right, and then you cut the hair, you cut a line like this. When you tilt the head back like that, it kind of makes the hair underneath right here just a tad bit shorter, so that way it's tapered nicely. Versus if you cut the hair and your head is like this, and you just cut it like that, it can be a little bit too blunt. So, like I said, if you're cutting a human being's hair, then you want to have them just say, can you put your chin down a little bit like that, and then cut this line? But since she's not a human, no offense, then, you know, we're just going to cut it like this. So I'm going to grab this hair, you know, that's below the occipital bone. And, you know, some people use like very thin sections to cut hair, and that is fine. But I usually just like cut big sections. Yeah, so here we go. By the way, the shears that I'm using are by Olivia Garden. These are my favorite affordable shears. These are about $100. The set is $100. Like, it comes with this case. It comes with thinning shears, which are in here. And then it comes with the regular shears. These are the 6.5-inch shears. So this is what we're going to be using today. I love these, and actually I looked it up before I started this video, and you can actually order them on Amazon. So I will be leaving a link down below if you're interested in those. For those of you who want shears, but maybe you don't have access or the funds to, like, you know, nice like Japanese steel. So here we go. Look, I'm going to cut this just to cut the length off first, and then I'll perfect it. Let me just chop it. Hold on. I'm going to chop that like that just to get it short, and now I'm going to perfect it. So what we're doing right now, we're not doing anything special. We're honestly just cutting the length. So this isn't where, like, you know, the really special parts of the haircut come in. But I'm going to grab this part, and I'm actually going to pull it this way. Pull it that way. I'm going to hold it against her back or her neck, depending on how short you are cutting your hair or your friend's hair, whoever. We're going to go like that. I'm going to go over everything to make sure it's even, just because, like I said, this is kind of an awkward video for me. That's like a horrible cut, but it's awkward video for me to film in terms of angles, but I'm going to do the best that I can with what I've got. I'm trying to show you what I'm doing, but also do like a good haircut at the same time. All right, whatever. All right, that's good for now. I'm like, whatever. Haircut, who cares? Okay, so now we're going to grab this part. I'm actually going to grab this center part of her hair here. And then we're going to hold it like this, okay? And actually, I'm going to cut this. So this, the end of this is connecting with this occipital bone part of her hair. And I want to connect it to that part. So see, that's going to make like a nice little, see how it's like a little bit shorter here? See how that falls? Isn't that so beautiful, you guys? Oh my gosh, I love it. You guys know how I get about hair sometimes. Like, sometimes hair like actually makes my mouth water because I just get a little bit excited about it. But see how, okay, so when you hold it like this, see how there's like a little lump? There's a little, you know, little notch in the hair, if that's the right word to say. You want it to be out. I want that out because I don't want it to. Okay. So now I'm just going to grab this part of the hair. Actually, let me get off of this stool. Stop being freaking lazy ass bitch. Cut. So we're going to turn her this way. I'm going to hold, so I'm holding the hair. If you look at it from the back, I'm holding the hair that way. I'll pull it like this. Okay. And then for the side here, which I didn't even cut the length yet, So for the side, I like to do the same thing. I have them tilt their head going this way a little bit, but you know, since she can't do that, because I could just tilt the mannequin, but then she's still going to technically, her shoulders and everything are still going to land, it's going to land at the same angle. So I'm just going to work with what I've got. I don't know if this is just in my head or if this is like my own artistic vision, but I feel like a line I feel like a line going like this way is more modern, or more current than a blunt line going like this. I feel like this is more Y2K and this is more modern. That's just my, I don't know, it's in my head. I don't know, okay? But so I'm gonna try to make it, so this is like the parting. I'm gonna try to make it more straight. Look at me, I'm about to get on my knees and do this haircut. Gotta get them angles, girl. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. Yes. See, it's a little bit longer right here, so I'm gonna cut that off. So I'm gonna cut the other side the same exact way, and I'll be right back. And I want it to be like a little bit what is the word called? Like beveled, I think that's what it is. I'm gonna hold this piece like this, and I'm gonna cut off this little corner here. Yes. I want it to be a little bit more beveled. And by the way, like, leave me comments and like let me know if everything that I'm saying is making sense, because I do, I want to improve upon. We're gonna let this fall, like let this fall around her ears. I want to improve upon how I explain things, because I know what I'm picturing in my mind, but I know that it might not translate correctly into words. So let me know. Okay, so whatever. So this is the bottom. This is the length. This is all you're doing. So now we're going to work with the top part. And this is really the fun part. So we're going to establish where we want our layer to fall. So we're going to take this top part here, and I'm just going to section off this area on top. So say starting about here, right at the crown. Again, if you want to use thinner sections, you can. Every hairstylist is different. I cut in bigger sections, and my haircuts still turn out cute. Some people are more, more precise and technical, I guess, this area here. Okay, we're gonna pull it down. We're gonna not mix up the hair, and we want to figure out where are we gonna put, where is our layer gonna fall? Where are our layers gonna fall? So I want these layers to fall here. So all I'm gonna do is pull this down, make sure it's brushed out this way without mixing up the hair. I want it to fall here. I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna hold it with my finger, and then I'm just gonna pull it back up here and remember how much I want to cut off. And when in doubt, you can always leave a little bit of extra length, but I think I wanted it to be about here-ish. And I'm gonna cut that off. I always pull the hair like down like this and then cut it, but I guess the technical way would be to do that, but that just feels so awkward to me. So I'm gonna cut it like that. I don't know why I always get scared that I'm gonna cut my knuckles if I hold it that way, but technically that is the correct way to hold it. Do that again. Make sure it's even. And actually, I'm gonna point cut it a little bit. So then when you drop it and it falls, that's your layer there. Okay? So now we're just gonna take this and match it with this. So we're gonna move on to the next section. Cut it again at this angle. And we're using that first layer as our guideline. And that's it. Go back again, make sure it's all even. Now we're gonna get our next piece, our last piece. I'm gonna hold it again at this angle, and this is basically the center point is gonna be this. So I'm not like pulling this length back and cutting it. I'm not pulling it forward. I'm literally pulling it right on top here, right here. Hold it there. Cut. Okay, and then a way to cross check it. And this should be a straight line. So see any extra that I might have missed? I cut it like that. Now when you drop this, this is what we get. Let's part her hair in the middle because she is a Gen Z girl. She used to be a millennial, but she wants to keep up with the Gen Z girls. So we're gonna part her hair in the middle. And we're just gonna brush her hair out so you guys can see her face. So I can show you the deets of this cut. But we're gonna do a little face framing actually with this haircut because this is cute and all. Actually, now she needs to fix her highlights. So maybe that'll be my next videos. I need to fix her highlights because I did just chop a lot of them off. So it looks kind of, her hair color is gonna look a little bit choppy. So this is like your basic layered haircut. Like I keep reiterating, this could be on longer hair and it's gonna obviously look like this but longer, or it can be on shorter hair like this. We're gonna work on some face framing. So all I'm gonna do is part this area like from the back of her ear. Here is what we're gonna work with. So let me clip this part back. We're gonna get her bangs, her fringe area here. So about this area, this. And so a lot of people when they cut their own bangs, and actually, you know what, I want to do a whole video on curtain bangs, bitch, because there's a way to do them correctly. Because look, you guys, I see these like DIY cut your own bangs, cut your own hair, and then they have you pulling your hair, putting it in a freaking ponytail or holding it and twisting it. Like, just, you don't have to do all of that, okay? So anyway, and so a lot of people, they hold their bangs straight down like this, but we're gonna hold them this way. And as a matter of fact, we're actually gonna hold it this way. Actually, we're gonna hold it this way. So this is what I'm gonna cut. So I'm gonna hold her hair like this, right? I'm gonna cut like, oh, I'm gonna cut that because I want her bangs to land about here at her chin. And by pulling it this way, you're gonna frame the face. Okay, you'll see. So we're gonna do that, and I'm actually gonna point cut this, just because I don't want it to be too blunt. So I'm gonna hold it like that. I'm gonna cut. So I'm probably cutting about 1.5 inches off of the length here. And then actually I'm gonna pull it up this way. So at a 90-degree angle off of her scalp. I mean, I guess that would be, well, not 90 degrees, because wouldn't 90 degrees be that way? But her scalp is like this right here. So yeah, that's 90 degrees. Look, freaking geometry, people, is this 90 degrees or what? Because her scalp is here. So this line would be 90 degrees, right? Okay, so I think it's 90 degrees. So we're gonna hold it at a 90-degree angle. So here, the shorter pieces are here, and then we're just gonna point cut. We're gonna pull this forward this way, like this. And then some of this can fall because that's gonna be her length, which we don't wanna get rid of. This, we need to get rid of that. We're gonna cut to make her bangs blend better. We're gonna hold it like that. We're gonna cut that. All of this blend. I'm gonna do the same exact thing on the other side and I'll be right back. I just did some little curtain bangs and some face framing pieces. So now I'm just gonna quickly wash her hair and blow it out. And I will be right back with the final result. Okay, so I just finished her haircut, so I'm just gonna spray her bangs like that so they stay out of her face. As you can see, she has lots and lots of volume here. What would you call this? Like old money aesthetic? I don't freaking know. Should we call that? Should this be that haircut name? I don't know. So yes, this is the final result. As you can see, she has lots of layers, lots of volume, and then these bangs that I have been seeing all over social media lately. So yes, if you enjoyed this video, please again leave me a thumbs up. I'm giving you guys free hair education here, and then leave me a comment down below. So that is it for this video. If I'm not here, then I'm on TikTok, I am on Instagram, and I also have a hair group on Facebook. All the links to all of that will be down below, as well as the tools that I use today, my mannequin stand, my tripod, and my mannequin here. Links to everything will be down below. So that is it for this video. You guys will see me in my next. Thank you for watching. Bye.